I am ranking Marvel Rivals characters. And this is going to be really loosey-goosey. I'm going to make some crazy statements. I'm going to make my opinions here. So, is there going to be rhyme or reason? Yes. I'm going to go based on character design, play style, just how fun is it actually to play this character. I'm not really going to go on this whole like competitive landscape, like, oh, this character is god tier, I don't think anyone really cares. Everyone has 5 million opinions. I'm just going at it as I played all the characters. How do I stand with them? How do I feel? And here we're going to get going with what I felt like was the S-class of Cloak and Dagger. I think these two have the coolest character design of just switching in between like mass, like heal and damage, two different attack styles. Their E ability is the exact same, just one heals and the other one does blind and damage. And then their ult is just them just dashing around, doing damage, doing heals. Super cool. I'm going to put Wolverine as A- because truthfully, pretty standard, like pretty true to what Wolverine actually is. And when you go out there and you play with him, you're like, damn, this is a pretty crazy version of Wolverine. I don't think it's S tier because I think his overall character design isn't crazy amazing. It's Wolverine. It's exactly what you expected. They didn't do like if they did Samurai Wolverine, maybe it would be S tier, but this is Wolverine, true to form. Venom, I think, is in the same boat. Like, stay true to Venom. Massive, symbiotic monster. Like, everything's really cool about him. His ult is really cool. The only thing is he doesn't have a cool team up yet. I think that's what really saves Wolverine is his team ups with Hulk. Really saves some of his playstyle, but Venom enables a lot of people. There isn't one that allows Venom to really show his stuff. Thor, I'm gonna put as rework, right? I played him, and I think the idea's there, but I really think they should have fine-tuned him a little bit more. I just think he's a little lacking. Punisher is B-, right? You could put him as C, but I feel like B- is good because, you know, he has an assault rifle and then a shotgun, which I think he's already better than Soldier 76. Then you give him a turret, which is awesome, and then a smoke grenade that does something, I guess. But yeah, he's your really standard like Call of Duty kind of character. If you've played anything like that, you can come play Punisher and be pretty comfortable. The reason why he's not higher is I wish there was more flashiness to his character design, right? Like his ultimate is super cool, but once again, it's just a Call of Duty shooter when you play him. So he's not going to be up there on character design to begin with. I'm going to say Storm is A+. It's this weird morph between support and damage character. Unfortunately, she doesn't heal, which makes sense to her character, but she offers a lot. They really did Storm right with her. You know, you have this area of effect of damage and movement speed, switch between wind and lightning attacks, and then her tornado ult is pretty crazy. Overall, really cool character. People don't play her for some reason, but she's pretty sweet. I'm gonna put Star-Lord as C just because he's kind of a Tracer copy. So, sorry to tell you. Squirrel Girl is C tier, and I know I said I'm gonna do some crazy stuff. Here's the first crazy thing. I feel like Squirrel Girl is gimmicky. You know, I think you have to have fun, cute, wacky characters. I think Squirrel Girl is exactly that. Feels like they leaned a little too much in just kind of funny, wacky. I think the best ways you can improve on her is just make her abilities less gimmicky. You know, like you have a scroll roll, super jump, and then her ultimate is just a bunch of squirrels chasing after him. I would just hope for more abilities. You know, maybe if she was a strategist, I would like her more. But as an attacker, where there's such a saturation of attackers, it just feels weird in that role. Spider-Man's A+. My only criticism with Spider-Man is it doesn't feel like you're actually playing Spider-Man when you're playing Spider-Man. And it's really just because you have a web swinging ability and web shooters and walking on walls. Like, hey, it's Spider-Man, right? But I feel like the actual combat style of Spider-Man don't really match up. You know, you're very much coming in and out, dropping in and using your ult, which it's fine. It's an interpretation. I think what really have gotten S tier is if people were able to be more like a Wolverine, where you're in the battle, using all your abilities to stay in the fight and messing people up and then swinging out, waiting for cooldowns. Instead, it's just really fast in and out. And I'm not too into that. It's too assassin-like. I feel like that would have been better for a different Spider-Man character. But maybe Miles Morales will come and I will shut my face. I think Scarlet Witch is cool, you know, but I feel like her abilities are too simple and there's nothing too crazy. But I think she has a very different attack with only the one that's matching is Cloak, with the same kind of like prolonged attack, and also Iron Man, I guess. But only hitting when you hit the enemy, that's pretty cool with infinite ammo. And I don't like her E. Her missiles are okay, gives you some skill shots for long range, and then her ultimate's really strong, in my opinion. Just good to use generally in team fights. People always say it's like easy to get out of the way, but you know, if you time it correctly, like any ult, you get pretty effectiveness. So I think that's where I'm at. Rocket is the one character I feel like shouldn't. I'm do rework. He's doing heals, which doesn't make sense, right? Just like how Storm has no heals, but is an attacker. I feel like Rocket should be an attacker, should be an engineer, just constantly helping people, but not heals. Be more damage focused. So kind of a drag that he is what he is. Maybe they should rework him. That's why I'm putting him in that category. I don't think it's fair. I don't agree with his character design. I think I should put Squirrel. I'm going to put Squirrel Girl in rework. She should be a strategist, and Rocket should be a damage dealer. Shoot. I forgot her name. No. I just remember in the stories they called her Sai. Like, it's literally Genji. I guess I'll put her in C. Like, she's pretty much Genji, but a little bit easier to play, in my opinion. A better ult for, like, newer players. So, it's just a Genji copy, so that's what I'm going to put her as. Penny Parker is S tier. The abilities of the robot, the little like assist factory thing that she has is really cool. The Reb stun, strong. The infinite turret ammo is completely broken. In my opinion, just sit there and attack. She's super slow though. Her ult's solid. Honestly, yeah, it's just great character design and cool gameplay. Like, she's probably one of the funnest to play, and I always see someone popping off as MVP as Penny Parker. So just shows you how good she is, at least lower tiers, you know. Namor, I think Namor is bad, and this is going to be extremely controversial, but first, just going through the story, don't know why Namor is there. Just being completely honest, why the fuck is he there? Second, it feels like he's in this weird gray area where no one wanted to commit to a certain play style. Like, should we have him place octopuses and summon sharks to mess people up, or should he be more of like a Black Panther, get in there and mess people up, right? So I think there's just some figuring out that he needs to do. I won't even put him as rework. I think he's just bad in all of the sense. Like, someone just really wanted Namor in here for some reason. Maybe it's to help Black Panther too, because they had a skin for that. I don't know, but felt like they needed to do more with that. Moon Knight is A+, not S. I don't want to say it's S just because of the ult. The ult really doesn't fit in with him himself, but just the whole Onk and Scythe, or I don't know, his attack, just how he's able to bounce off thing, is really cool. Super effective. You know, it's kind of like playing a mini game every time you play. You're not really looking to just attack the right enemies. You're looking at these clusters and trying to position yourself to do the max amount of damage. So I think playing as Moon Knight is really fun, especially to get into the game. So definitely playing as A+. Mantis, I'm gonna put as B-. Her sleep is really strong. It's good. My biggest issue with Mantis is every time I play her, I feel like I'm just clicking a bunch of random buttons. You know, I'm just like mashing my keyboard and hoping I'm doing something that's making sense. So it feels like she's a little bit cluttered, in my opinion. Magneto is B. Nothing really. He's exactly who I thought Magneto was going to be. And it's not bad. It's, you know, there's some cool stuff with him. There's a cool team up with Scarlet Witch. But with that being said, I'm not too impressed with him. Like, he's solid. He's really solid. He's okay to play. But there's nothing really to look forward to. But I don't have really anything negative to say. So I guess B+ is that tier right there, right? Magic is A-. She is kind of, if you take Tracer from Overwatch and combine her with Riven from League of Legends. And that's probably a reference that not a lot of people are going to be able to get, but she's super fun. She looks super fun, but it's a high skill cap champion or hero, so I think that kind of breathes some life of originality into the game. Luna Snow, I believe. I'm gonna put her B-. I'm gonna put her right next to Mantis. I feel like it's, you know, I feel like she's just another strategist that they had to put in the game. Clearly, by how many attackers they have, they were not struggling in that department, but they were struggling with Vanguard and strategists. Just feels like there's not a lot, so they brought random characters in to try to fill out the scope of the game. She feels that kind of scope, especially with some of her abilities matching some other ones. Like, her alt is heal or movement speed buff, and it just feels like you combine maybe Mantis's alt with Storm's passive ability, and you just said ultimate for a strategist. That seems good. I'm gonna put Loki as B+. Like, actually, no, I'm gonna put Loki as C. B-. I won't be as harsh as C. B- because the ultimate copy ability is probably exactly what you would imagine Loki having if you sat down trying to make a game like this. However, all of his other abilities, besides the clone switching, I'm not really vibing with Loki. I think it would have been better if he was just an attacker and not a healer, and he was just there to really mess with you. You know, like his normal attack doesn't really do too much. He's relying on all of his abilities and just moving around the map to confuse you and then get someone's alt and mess you up. I feel like that would be a better playstyle than him trying to be this hybrid support damage dealer. Jeff. I don't think Jeff is broken, but I think he's pretty fun to play. I think the more people put out on social media and they see Jeff, that's going to be the character a lot of people go out and play. It's going to be like Blitzcrank in League of Legends, right? You get the hook and get an instant kill, that's going to be Jeff. You get your ult, you devour the whole team, and you kill them all, and you're like, woo, I got a pentakill, yay. And he's just a healer, so you can literally sit back, do absolutely nothing all game, just spew water to heal your tanks, and then once you get your ult, you can try something. That's kind of what the character is to me so far. As I play more and more and more, if you want to be more active, you don't really play Jeff. But I think newer players are going to Jeff because it's pretty. It's like, oh, okay, let's go help the team, but I still want to do something funny when I get a chance. Iron Man's B-. Iron Man makes me mad because when I play him, I get targeted a lot. Trying to improve on that, but he doesn't seem strong for how much hassle he is, right? You can be kind of hard to hit, weaving in and out. His ultimate's really good, but all of his other abilities, they're pretty solid. They're Iron Man-like. It's just not a creative character. In general, they just put Iron Man out there, and yeah, it's all right. It's cool. It's cool that he can fly around. They moved that into a bunch of other characters, so there's nothing really too unique about him. But he's there, and he's a solid beginner character. I'm going to put the Hulk as B+. I think the thing that puts him above everyone else, like instead of just being like the meat bruiser, is no, I'm gonna give him B+. It's first, the transformation to Bruce Banner is really cool. Just going back and forth, very diva like. They kind of directly took that idea, but then his ultimate getting to World Breaker Hulk essentially and just going around wreaking havoc. That is awesome. And then he has some abilities to help him, so that's really cool. Some of them I disagree with. It feels like maybe they were trying to give him more to help him out. But yeah, Hulk, solid character, but in terms of character design, I haven't seen really too many people play him. But it seems like when you first play the game, you go to Hulk, and then the more you play, you go to more of the other more sophisticated tanks. I think Hela's probably one of the best DPSs in the game. Just more traditional click hit, you're doing damage. Really easy. You get a multi-hit when you get a good target in your sights. I think her ultimate's probably one of, if not the best in the game, just to wreak havoc and deal lots of damage. She has good mobility, so just overall character design, really strong and fun DPS to learn. But who knows, where other characters might come in. But she's pretty solid right now. Hawkeye, I see just a Hanzo copy from Overwatch. Groot is B+. I don't really like Groot. Just me. Him and his fucking walls make me extremely annoyed and upset. It's a unique playstyle. He's the only one that actually builds walls. So I'm interested to see where they're going to take that kind of play style. If there's going to be more people that build walls, or if, there's going to be interesting characters that can kind of use his walls more effectively. Because right now, the walls are just annoying because you have to break them down, or everyone's hitting them, and very interesting. I'm going to put him B+ as a kind of a safe position. Yeah. I'm going to do the same thing with Doctor Strange. I think the only good thing is his portal and his shield. After that, it's pretty much like, what do you got, right? It's not bad. He has like some of the most unique stuff with that portal and a pretty big shield that blocks quite a bit of damage when you think about it. I'm gonna put Captain America as A-. I don't think Captain America is necessarily overpowered or strong, but he has the play style of, like, when I play Captain America, I feel like I'm playing Captain America, right? He's coming in, doing damage, whipping his shield around, getting back out, trying to heal, pick the right fight to come back in on, and when he's in it and he can't get out, he's trying to help his team by shielding. He's a good kind of jack of all trades, which is pretty much exactly what you would think of Captain America. Black Panther is A+. If you get a good one, it's just cool to watch. It's cool to be a part of, just constantly resetting, trying to do a bunch of damage. I think these people are just doing a lot with their brains playing this game, just a lot of mechanics and a lot of knowledge of what combos you're trying to do and what you're trying to achieve. So that's where I'm at with Black Panther. Ooh, I'm going to put Warlock is B-. It's kind of the same thing with Loki, right? I thought he would be a DPS, maybe even a Vanguard, but instead they said, oh, he has the cocoon thing, so let's make him a strategist, right? And I'm going to put him down. I'm going to put him down to rework. I think he should be at least a Vanguard, if not DPS, right? The cocoon thing is cool if it's just him, right? Maybe he should just have the cocoon. He gets a revive, once and twice a round or something. But I just don't like that. He's a healer. It's okay. I feel like they're really missing out with this character. Winter Soldier is A+. It's a cool shooter. Has a lot of rough 'em, tough 'em kind of abilities. Get in close, do some damage. His ultimate kind of pops off. I don't think he's S tier, just because he's missing a little bit of extra, maybe one more ability to really round out his kit, like a range ability, to make it better. But he's solid nonetheless, right? It's very opinionated of what is S tier. Iron Fist is A. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say Iron Fist is A. It seems like everyone's popping off with him, doing really good, hard to deal with him. So there you go. And then I'm going to put Black Widow as C. Yeah, she's from Black Widow, kind of copy. But honestly, I haven't seen a Black Widow really pop off ever. Like, she's there. I like to play her when I really don't care about the game that's going on. But yeah, at the end of the day, you know, she's just a sniper. She isn't really able to do much. I haven't seen anyone really pop off with her, so I don't know. We'll see. But that's my ranking. You know, I've talked for 20 minutes about what I thought and everything like that. So if you made it this far, please let me know what you think. What are your opinions on all these characters and all that? But until next time, talk to you later. Peace.